So I kept moving. I kept going down. Kept going down.
It's the scary moments with Arlington Police. This teenage boy named Rykeem says he's lucky to have survived on Monday.
I was very terrified. I was so terrified I couldn't move my body.
Rykeem says he just come home and was preparing to head out for a swim when a couple of officers stopped him in the complex with guns drawn.
They told me to put some weapon down. I didn't know what they were talking about at first.
Police say they were dispatched to the complex after a neighbor called 911. The neighbor told the dispatcher he'd been looking through his door's peephole and had seen a male at his door wearing a hoodie and holding a firearm that was partially covered by a towel. The unarmed teen, still confused and paralyzed with fear, says the situation with police only escalated as more officers began showing up and shouting orders.
He gets his rifle and he's punching it directly at me. I get more scared. And then my body starts to shake. I can't move. My body feels stiff. And in my mind, I was like, what should I do?
Remember when you were 16 years old, and I want you to imagine yourself in this position where you're at home, you walk outside, you got your towel because you're gonna go to the pool, and a bunch of cops show up with guns drawn, screaming a bunch of orders at you, and you've done nothing but live your life. And imagine if you're trying to figure, what move can I make to not die right now? That's what Rykeem Johnson was trying to figure out as cops, I think this is in Arlington, Texas, showed up at his house and did all this. His brother, who's also his guardian, also spoke about what he had to go through when he showed up and heard about everything that was going on. Let's watch.
I'm conflicted, but also I'm more pissed off than anything.
Dr. Rykeem Johnson is Rykeem's older brother and guardian. He rushed to the complex after getting a call advising neighbors to shelter in place.
It was at least 30 cars, 4 snipers, 2 over here, 2 right there.
Johnson says he didn't know Rykeem was the guy police were surrounding at first until he was able to call the frightened teen.
I burst into tears saying, come save me, they're about to shoot me.
Johnson says at first officers ignored him when he told them they had the wrong guy.
Right now I'm just happy that he's here, but I'm still really upset about the whole situation.
An upsetting situation that's not only traumatized this family.
The only thing they said to me was, sorry for the misunderstanding, we apologize. That wasn't enough for me. They had me at gunpoint.
Francesca, sorry for the misunderstanding and just move on. Before you responded, there was one thing that they said that they did do. Police have offered counseling and additional services to the boy and his family. That's according to their police statement. After they calmed down and said, my bad, sorry for the SWAT team and the snipers and the shotguns pointed at you as we scream whatever kinds of orders we can. Maybe you can go on and enjoy the rest of your day.
We'll play basketball with you in a little bit. We'll have some coffee and donuts, and we'll, film it. No, and to me, honestly, I'm thinking about the neighbor that called the cops, right? Because that neighbor is also racist as hell. This obviously, the whole thing is laden with, racial bias. I would say often when police are called in, it's by someone who is sees a black person, sees a black kid and is like, nope, don't like it. I'm gonna call the cops. I'm making assumptions. I'm gonna use my white privilege and basically be able to police a black kid in the neighborhood. It's disgusting and I feel awful for
this is that connection that comes when people describe certain folks a certain way, or there's a characterization of, say, black folks, Latinos, anybody that you have in an oppressed community in the country. There's reasons why we fight back against it, because the general thought process will breed people that want to call cops on certain folks that they think are dangerous just because they're there. 16-year-old kid, does he look dangerous now that you're talking to him? Or do you just perceive it that way because we've told so many people that anybody that's black, that you don't know who they are, must be out to get you? It's weird how that works, and then this kid could almost die from it. Hope he gets the right counseling that he deserves. I hope also that the cops do something more than say, my bad. Say you show up and you point a gun at the cops and go, get down, get down, get down. And then you somehow survive. And then you go, oh, my bad, I thought you were someone else.